Alright, let's get into it. So, we'll do our disclaimer. This show is recommended for mature audiences and contains but not limited to swearing, violence, gore, and sexual references. If the aforementioned content is likely to offend, we advise you to stop listening to this podcast. All accents, locations, and characters are not based on real people, and all similarities are completely happenstance. As always, we're using Michael Galfi for all of our background sound tracks. And as always, check our YouTube description. It won't be in our Twitch description because I don't know how to do that. But
we're learning.
Baller. Fuck it hell.
Yeah, you're just jealously gold.
Is that black and gold?
Yeah.
That is true Anzac spirit.
Anzac's green and gold.
You just stopped.
No, that's Australia's green and gold.
Anyway, yeah, so Michael Galfi, as you know, great stuff, great soundtracks available to content creators, especially D&D and tabletop RPG creators. So check them out, it'll be in the YouTube description, or you can just Google or YouTube or Spotify Michael Galfi. Yeah, I guess we'll get into... Oh, and I've never introduced myself. My name's Cameron.
Fuck off.
Hi guys, nice to meet you guys.
No one really asks. So.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I'm just a piece of meat to you all.
You're just God.
We will do our Siadarin thing.
How weird would it be? It's just like you go to someone's house, please DM for us.
We don't know this man.
We never did.
We knocked on 8 doors before him. Yeah, he wasn't at first.
He wasn't.
You want to put on mic?
Run the risk, roll your dice, defy the odds, don't think twice. As a new day dawns over the tides, your destiny begins to rise, to carry you far from your homestead. The world is wider than you knew, growing ever greater in your view. Are you prepared to face the challenge ahead? Drawing near, a whispering fear. With the darkness crawling close, can you tell friends apart from foes? Each trial you overcome will make you strong. The choice is yours alone to make, a chance to change the winds of fate. Will you withdraw or will you carry on? The hopeful skies gray before your eyes, shadows surrounding a black roaring threat to shroud all you love in night. Your allies stand together by your side. Can you save what you hold dear? Will you be the light?
How much damage would that do?
Alright.
Just damage to you.
Fucking jump straight back in after that.
Thank you so much for Carly Brielle for doing the our theme song for us. As always, sounds absolutely fantastic.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, we will get into this session. Get the giggles out of the way.
I'm pretty sure.
Says that and then goes down my back.
It's not as bad as you make it sound like I just said something really weird.
Which 9 times out of 10 you do. Act shocked.
Mild shock. Alright, so last episode we saw the party make their way to the okay, everything's working. Last episode I know, I was just making sure that the mic aux was working. Because I have to turn it down when we play the theme song. Anyway.
Yeah.
Last episode we saw the party make their way to the terraced baths of the Wood Elves and the outer ring of the Lonely Wildwood. They were told they would need to be presentable when they met with the Wood Elf matriarch Olivia. During their time at the terrace, where they noticed that the elves were all too comfortable bathing nude, the 4 young men were finally able to relax and clean off the encrusted muck of a months-long journey. As Tej left to mingle with some of the Wood Elves in the bar, Ender went and talked to a male elf by the name of Fusur et Yoj and his companion, the giant spider named Nilf. After a bit of conversation, Ender discovered that the spiders are seen as companions and family rather than pets. After a quick discussion, Ender convinced Nilf to charge at his companions, which gave most of them a start, except Oscar, who seemed to have accepted his fate. The party were then given fresh clothes from the Wood Elves, in a style that was quite alien to them, but comfortable and well-fitting nonetheless. They were then taken by the she-elf that first led them to the forest, whose name they discovered was Ava et Korea, to the matriarch of the Wood Elves, Olivia et Triarchum. Olivia was an intimidating figure, with brilliant red hair, coppery skin, and a lean, athletic build. Olivia had a calm and commanding aura. Although initially brushing off the party, listening only to Tej, she immediately became intrigued when, while identifying some of the weapons found from the raiders of Trader's Cove, Oscar asked what the aura surrounding her was. Nearly immediately, Olivia had organised the boys to do some tests, telling Ava to take them away while she spoke to Tej some more. This is where we join the party and start today's episode. So, it is currently 4 o'clock on the 25th of Thermo, cycle 1028 of the first stage.
PM, I take it.
Yes. We didn't go back in time.
Sorry, 1600.
Thank you.
There's a light southwest breeze, and it's starting to get a little bit cooler as it gets to closer and closer to dusk. There's a little bit of rain coming through from the canopy overhead, but and it's a little bit darker as clouds sort of set in, but it was already pretty dark to begin with as the canopy is pretty thick. Ava is currently leading you back to your packs that you left before you went to the garden to talk with the matriarch. We will now do our character introductions because we forgot last week.
We didn't forget, we just didn't have to.
Starting with Alex.
Alright, well I definitely didn't do this at 2 o'clock in the morning, so hopefully there's no fucking grammar mistakes. Hi everyone, my name is Alex. I play the fun-loving human, Ender Jurassic. Yes, fun-loving and judge. Ender is a 6 foot tall, slim individual with a tan body thanks to his time out travelling through the outback on the way to the forest. His hair though, black, does have a bit of a light shade of red that resembles little ember flames when in direct sunlight. He has bright blue eyes and his weight currently is 149.914 pounds. I had to be very specific because he has a lack of meat with him and he is very hungry at this stage. His attire since the last time we left off has changed, still holstering his custom belt for cooking in addition to his gloves and necklace that was given to us by his mother, Pina Jurassic, to fit into elven culture. We have been given no shoes, which isn't too bad since we are walking on grass, thankfully. Some rugged brown trousers, which are incredibly stretchy. Don't know why.
Incredibly.
Slider.
Yoga pants.
That's how
You did describe
it as yoga pants, so I'm like it's something new.
Like gym attire.
Like the butt lifting ones as well.
And
Hug your ass.
and a light green flannel. Right now, Ender is feeling a little relieved after meeting with I assume the defender of the guardian of the forest. Is that the name, the matriarch?
I don't know.
Last
I don't
session,
speak
boy.
all the time.
Okay, fuck you then. I'm not going to even answer that. And that they have a plan of attack to get where they need to go. But since Oscar mentioned the M word, Ender is concerned that the elves are very persistent, trialing us on just this one test. Ender feels like it's a waste of time and that the elves could be potentially scheming something. As mentioned previously, we weren't the first to enter the forest, so what had happened to the others that came here? Can they be trusted with what they say, and will they help us at all? He feels more needs to be done to start seeing progress in this rescue, as the longer we wait, the more trouble our loved ones are in. For now, he is willing to play by their rules, but Ender's patience is slowly beginning to draw its limit. And that's my current character description of how Ender is feeling.
Good work.
Damn.
I like that. That was good.
I like it, Picasso.
I don't know how I'm going to follow
Anything I
bloody memoir. You're going to last.
Brother, I didn't write anything.
It's all right.
Next, we have Jack.
I wrote the Bible on Ender. Hello, I'm Jack, and I play Zyal, a 6'9", 241 pound hardy Leonin. His mane is gold and it's luscious right now. He's just had a bath. It's great. He's now grown this full Van Dyke at 2 inches of length, which he can only
That's pretty
go.
large. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
like
big.
aggressively average. He's very happy. Had his bath. He's got his Van Dyke growing. Scars are all showing a bit pinkish because he's been wet and whatnot. Zyra is equipped with the brown pants and light green tunic given to himself by the elves. He's still wearing his webbing, his backpack, and his longsword is strapped to his hip on his left side. Zyra thinks the elves are very cautious and closed off people. He's on high alert as he doesn't know their angle yet. He remains focused on all the surroundings, waiting for anything to happen as they take us to do some trials on our magic. He's very, very confused about all the spiders and animals and how close they are to the spiders, which always gave him an irk when people were very close to animals. And that is basically how Zyra is feeling. He is feeling just on guard, cautious, but staying stoic AF.
Alright. Before we continue, I just want to say hello, PJ. I won't say your actual name, just 'cause I don't know if you want to be outed, but hello, and thank you for joining us.
So,
It's a friend from NZ.
gotcha.
And he said 2 inches is massive, so...
I agree!
It's like we're not disagreeing.
Next we have Mitchum.
Hey everyone, I'm Mitchum. I play the human bard, Oscar Weaving. Oscar is a young man with shoulder-length pale red or pale cherry red hair. He has these lovely green eyes, greenish bluey eyes, depending on the lighting. His hair is currently tied back into that loose ponytail from after the bath, so when your hair's a little damp, a little wet, drips every now and then. Well, he's got a bit of that
You
happening.
can relate, Cam.
yeah. So, at the moment, he's wearing that green flannel, the brown loose trousers, which, as Ender has already mentioned, are quite comfortable. Oscar has a bit of a skip in his step at the moment. Thankfully has missed any and all bindies that might be in the forest floor, which none of you seem to have mentioned, but here in Australia, there are prickles.
But high traffic area won't have bindies.
Yeah,
You say that.
that is
You
true.
say
The
that.
wood elves also do sort of manipulate the forest,
Hmm.
so why would they want bindies?
That's true. Bindies suck. Anyway, he's...
In New
Walking
Zealand they're
around.
just called prickles,
Careful.
because they're not weird.
Well, we call them prickles here too. I don't get them because anyway, we're getting off topic. So, he's currently got a spring in his step because not only has his confidence really skyrocketed after, for lack of a better description, rizzing
Oh my fucking.
the really attractive captain of the border patrol, I guess we call them. I'm not too sure. The captain of the elves, the lady Ava et Korea,
Second best girl.
who seemed to have responded well to Oscar's way with words. He's also just met a fucking matriarch who's allowed him to call her mummy.
Hello,
Mother.
not mummy.
No, it's never mummy.
You're taking it off topic again. It's
In his mental notes, he's like, this is mummy.
I'm speaking as Oscar. I'm sorry, he's a sucker for a pretty face if you haven't already come to that conclusion. As far as the magic side of things, Oscar is looking forward to the prospect of learning a bit more about the arcane arts because he himself is well aware of what he can do. No one seems to believe him, particularly since he's come up with unique results on his testing as a child. But the fact that there is someone here well versed in the ways of the world, has been around for a long time, over 1,000 cycles or years. So he's looking forward to the prospect of this test will, in his mind, Oscar is going to ace this test to show that he can do the magic and hopefully learn more about the magic.
anything for mommy.
Right now, chasing the boat is not on his mind.
Okay. Thank you very much. And last, and certainly least,
Definitely least. Hi, I'm Daniel. I play Matthias Septimus Ceruleus Yassir Al-Jabbar. I think it's Ceruleus first, but hey. I play the feral tiefling, the youngest small boy of the group. I don't really work in pounds, so he's a lean 75 kg.
So 150.
Something like that.
It's about 160.
It's about light as fuck. I hit about 80 kilos wet.
What the fuck?
he's usually wet when he's working with his tinkers and toys.
Yeah.
It's not law.
That's not even meant to
That's not
be.
even law based.
You just picture Matthias just bricked every time he's working on shit.
A guy, PJ says, a guy named Dan with a PC name that's 30 times a lot.
Yes. Okay, so he's got the elven activewear on with the scrunchy butt. Matthias is dummy thick. Back that dumpy up, boy. He's got his shoes on that he made on the road with bird feathers and rando shit like that. I was looking that up the other day and I don't think it works, but for the story, it's comfy as fuck.
Now you get like those underside feathers. You wouldn't get like regular feathers, you get like the underside.
The fluff.
Yeah, the fluff,
okay, so
because if
not
you
with
walk...
like the shit that
Well,
you
that's what-
potentially
that's-
write with. You
Yeah.
No, you get the fluff.
That's what they use for like pillows and stuff. That's called down.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I was sitting there looking at like photos on how feather shoes would work. And I'm like, how do you get like the spine part of the feathers
Yeah.
in a comfy spot?
Not the wing feathers.
Anyway, always got the apron on, nice and clean apron, freshly pressed. The hair is longer and more frazzled as it was before. I have noted that I'm thinking about giving Matthias a mullet, but classic Australian culture. Hunger has just started to set in as he hasn't even bothered to think about food or even water. So I guess he's just going to sit there and probably starve before he realises what's going on. He's more so distracted by all the potential tinkers and people that he could assist after making a new leg for Tej. He's like, oh sweet, I wonder if someone's going to get an injury. I don't think he'll go to the point of hurting someone to force a repair, but we'll see what happens.
I'd like to see who you, I mean, you can certainly try.
You guys could try, but yeah.
Tej, you don't need that leg.
Even though his hometown just got instantly raided and pillaged and everyone taken, he's not worried about a potential threat, so nobody here is on Matthias's radar for threatening this. And for the test, Matthias is not worried at all.
So you're not worried about the blatant racism that you guys have been experiencing?
No.
Racism. That's attention.
Exactly.
It's called segregation. Look it up.
No, he's loving the side eye.
Oh, Matthias likes to be left alone anyway, so it works out perfect.
Gee, I don't like.
Isolation, sign me up. So yeah, he's not worried about the test because he's had, since the last test, like a decade of faking the test or avoiding the test. So he's not stressed at all. Matthias is feeling very nice and clean. I forgot to mention his hair is like post-wash your hair with conditioner, nice and dry, and it goes all fluffy. But it's still frazzled. And
Oh
messy.
yeah, eucalyptus oil is. I didn't even consider that.
You'd be feeling very silky smooth.
Yes.
There you go.
Silky smooth.
Feels like
and
you're
double
wearing nothing at all.
Nothing else. Nothing else.
Alright.
Am I like
So,
too young for the jokes you guys make? I swear.
Yeah.
Nothing
Before
at
your time.
all. Head ass. Nothing at all.
What's that?
It's from
The Simpsons and Flanders.
Stupid, sexy Flanders
Yeah.
just going skiing, and he's wearing this like lycra bodysuit.
That's my go-to.
What's the wrong?
Flanders in a lacquer?
Yeah, that's my go-to when the internet's down.
Zoe, we apologise.
No, we don't, Zoe. We don't apologise. You know us.
Had that one episode on
Zoe, can you dress up like Flanders? Alright.
Please get into the session before we start getting it.
Don't touch my diddly. Alright, so.
Ned playing the screen.
As we move back towards, we've dropped the backpack, so it's about a 5-minute walk. Is there anything you'd like to do? Ava's sort of leaving you. Tej has been left behind. He's still talking to the matriarch. Ava is currently leading you back to your backpacks. Is there anything you sort of want to
I'm gonna pick up my backpack. I'm gonna pick up my backpack and sword if I left it there.
Did we get our stuff back that we gave to the matriarch?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, hold it.
Well, I guess there's nothing else to do since she kind of took Tej away. So yeah, I guess go for our backpack. And hopefully they did our laundry.
Matthias doesn't have laundry, he's got rags now.
He's got right, yeah, fuck it out.
Oscar is gonna fiddle around in his backpack.
Oscar loves fiddling.
He's gonna pull out his lyre and he's gonna start tuning it.
Who's tuning Ava?
Well, I was getting it.
It only took a
Nah, so as he starts tuning his lyre, he's gonna glance around and try and get a gauge on everyone's moods. He's gonna see that Ender's a little anxious. He's gonna see that Zyor is a little annoyed. He's gonna see Matthias is oblivious as per usual.
Just resting bitch face.
He's gonna look at Ava and he's gonna say, "So,
He actually.
I broke character. So, what kind of test can we expect?"
The test is unique to everybody. The test is the same, and yet the results are always different.
That makes sense. If you've got different people doing a test, they're gonna score differently. Are you looking forward to a test, Matthias?
What?
We're gonna take a test.
Yeah, I'm keen. I'm fucking ace this fucking test.
Okay, wait. Before we even start doing a test, like, what even is this test? Like, mate, I do apologize. Mother didn't explain to us what this test was. They just said we needed to do this test.
I don't like it.
It's going to be the same as what back at Trader's Cove, you know? They
Yeah.
test to see we got magic, and then they leave us alone.
Okay,
Is there
so
is there an orb?
is there a deck of cards?
No, there's no deck of cards. I can't tell you exactly what is there in case it gives you time to prepare. However, it is going to be a couple of hours.
Hours, goddamn, I got better things to do. Can we make it like speed run this shit, you know, yes or no?
What have you got better to do?
Yeah, you're right, I got nothing.
So we can eat before we arrive. It's going to be a long, not too long, but it's going to be a bit of a process. You may want to get your energy up before we start.
That's actually a good question. What do you guys actually eat within the forest?
Not me.
Ender looked very, very annoyed when he said that, but he proceeds to ask the question, what is there to eat?
Should be able to arrange something. She sort of looks up towards the trees. She does a few quick, I was going to say gang signs.
What's up?
Like gypsies.
That's doing some hand signals, which obviously you guys don't know what they mean. She says, rest up for now. Food should be here in 10, 15.
Can you give my boy Ender some time to prepare? Because he's usually the one that cooks. Not for us, but he's the one that cooks.
You won't need to cook anything.
No, I don't cook. Ender does.
You won't need to cook.
You sure? Well, I'll leave it in your hands then. I'm just gonna wait. Stop it with the tuning! Why are you tuning at a time like this?
It's
Well,
It's a B flat. Twist the bucket.
yeah.
Plays the same note and you get the tuning.
Yeah, it's just the same chord.
I look at it and I'm like, can you just excuse us for a second? I just gotta speak to Oscar.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
She heads off.
Oscar puts his lyre down to the side. What's up?
I have so many things I want to say to you right now.
Well, we got time.
First thing, put it down.
It's already down. It's next to me.
Okay.
Got him.
If you didn't put that down, you were so lucky I didn't hit you across the head with that. Why did you have to open your mouth when we could have proceeded already further within this forest? Why did you have to say the word?
Which word?
What word do you think Tej told us not to say when we got in the forest?
Well, he didn't say not to say
Magic.
it.
It's very
No. Matthias,
Yeah, well.
no.
Oh, I
Shush.
thought you were just
Oscar.
asking a question. I'm just answering.
Tej could be in trouble now, and we could be in trouble now. They're probably planning something. An hour. What kind of test takes an hour to prep?
Like most tests?
trial.
Particularly if it's on the spot, spontaneous. You
I
got
mean-
prep.
They have people for that. They can just literally give out a piece of paper for us to do a fucking test.
I don't
think it's written.
I think you're smart enough to know. At least I think you're smart. I don't know if you are, but I think you're smart
What's
enough.
your
to
intelligence?
Don't fucking play.
Check it. Insight.
I will tell you my intelligence. I'll fucking let you know what my intelligence is, because I'm a smart boy, I think, but I'm smart.
You like dummy smart?
Tell me smart.
You guys seen the the
12.
Hey, same.
The
Okay, so we're both the same,
Yeah.
but he's using only like 5% of his.
No, I'm a big brain energy, real quick.
It's fucking
So Oscar goes, look, I'm pretty sure you're smart enough to know that a magic test isn't going to be, say, written, right? Like nothing we've done has been written.
it's a magic test. Maybe
Because the moment I said the forbidden word magic, that's when the test description come up. You know, that's when Mother started to talk. It's so weird calling her Mother, but that's when Mother decided to bring up the fact that they're gonna test us, and I assume it's for magic because what else could it be? And more to the point, she was doing magic. Okay,
she was doing something. I
She's-
couldn't see it.
yeah, but she doesn't look like she's conscripted.
But the problem is when you said the word, she looked very, very agitated, very annoyed.
Well,
that
because
we know about this.
we're not elves.
We're not elves. We're not meant to know about this.
I think we
Daddy
should
told
learn
us.
about it.
For what purpose?
Well, alright. I'm gonna get real with you. Ender, I'm gonna get real. Same, you guys should probably listen as well.
Come in, ready. Come on.
If we can use magic, like I'm reasonably confident I could do it. If I could just learn, I could do it. I'm like 100% confident. I don't think as I am now, I'm going to be able to save Saphir and the others. There was a lot of raiders. I'm okay with the blade. I mean, they killed flashbacks to cutting off that.
Flashback
I,
bubble.
1,000 yards to
I can handle myself in a fight, like one-on-one. I mean, Dad taught me a few things, but there's a lot. And if I could learn magic, I could help out a fair deal more. Well, if I could learn how to use this power I have. And I sit back down.
You do make a point, but I feel like we're just wasting our time here just to do some silly tests. And even if we don't have what you say we have,
No, I have it. I don't know if you have it.
how do you know you have it?
Look,
Oh, I got it.
Fuck. Okay. You want to race?
At a time like this,
You
you
wanna
want to
race?
do something?
Head to that tree and I point to a tree that's like 50 meters away. Or 100, what was that, 150 feet away, 50 meters?
So,
110.
It's all made up units anyway.
Yeah, you're right. It's that way. It's like,
Reasonable
that
distance.
far.
Reasonable
You
distance.
say Mark could run it in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, you said Bob
Yeah,
Ryan.
yeah. We now measure distances and how fast we're saying Bob can
In his prime, 2012. Oh, 2008, I think it's 2012.
Something like that. Just I'm called for Matthias turns to the group and was like, what if the army finds out we have
What if
magic?
the army
Well,
fights?
Do you think the army would be able to take these elves out? Or like put them into the army?
Take these out.
Not like kill them, but like conscript them. Isn't that the whole point of testing for magic?
well,
What if they're with the army?
you know,
Is that even a bad thing?
See,
Matthias gets in Zio's head. I'm like, oh my god, it was fucking army.
Nah, so I don't think they're with the
CIA.
army because I remember having this conversation with Tej on the way here. They're not part of the Empire.
Yeah, but you know how big the empire is, and there's like 3 bushes around here. Bushes, I mean forests.
okay, it's gonna be like.
Let's just start glancing around like, Matthias, are you blind?
This is not a fucking bush.
This is the bush.
There is in fact 3 small bushes nearby.
Slowly moving towards us.
Bush mimics.
Okay, I just think we just do this stupid test, and once we've confirmed that we don't have what we have, we move on.
How can we not have something we have?
I guarantee you, I almost guarantee you don't even have what you have.
Do you want to race?
What's the wager? Because I'm not going to do anything.
If I
else.
win, I have magic.
What the fuck?
That does. Do you?
What happens if I win? Do I get the magic?
Yes. If you can beat me, I'll be convinced you have magic.
You know what? I'm not even going to argue with you. I'm actually just going to walk away like 10, 15 minutes.
Because you walk away really quickly.
And I'm gonna let these 2 race because I have no idea what I'm just doing. I'm just gonna have a look around, just see what I can see in the distance.
From where you are right now, looking to the distance, you can see a few elves and a few spiders walking around, probably a few hundred feet away.
And it's still raining, weather. Still kind of...
It's like, I say rain, it's like drizzling at best. Every now and again, like a fat raindrop from the canopy overhead will drop down, but it's not like wet. You're not getting actively soaked.
You sure that raindrop has a glandular problem? I don't think calling it out for being fat. It's fucked up.
Actually, Oscar.
It's a medical.
Oscar has a good idea. Hey, Enda, would you say that you could beat Matthias in a race on any given day?
If this is your attempt to try to even make me have a race with any one of you, it's not happening.
Yeah, but could you?
I don't think he could.
Okay, I literally turned back to Oscar. If I were to say yes, you know what would happen?
Matthias would beat you.
No, Matthias would then argue that he would use his mini trebuchet or use some kind of tool to make him go faster.
No. Matthias, you just have to run.
Fuck.
I guarantee you'll beat him to the tree.
Why don't you run, Oscar? Why don't
Well,
you
I mean,
run?
I could do it, but I'll beat you. I already know I'll beat you.
Then how would you? Then how
But
do you
then
know
that
you're gonna beat
doesn't-
Matthias?
Huh?
How do you know you're gonna beat Matthias?
No. I'm saying Matthias is going to beat you. You versus Matthias in a race to that tree.
And I think Matthias is gonna beat you.
Oh, not if I don't give him magic.
Okay, then just go prove it. Prove it. You're better than Matthias then.
Alright. We're going to race to that tree.
I thought I was racing Ender. Oh man, I'm not keen for this shit. Alright, say less. Just letting you know, Zaya tried to chase me and I fucking outran him.
Yeah, I know, that's
That was out of fear, but that's not the point.
So Oscar gets into like a sprinter's start position, and what he does is he runs his fingers through the dirt in the way that he knows.
What?
Matthias just stands up, like not even in the sprinter stance, just stands there waiting.
Tell us when.
So you see that tree?
Yep.
First one back wins.
Back here.
And yeah, just I guess back to the same spot. And Matthias kind of like leans forward, but still not knowing how to run properly.
Someone tell us when.
Go.
I cast Long Strider on myself.
Okay.
Matthias takes one step and lets Oscar run.
I'm running it.
Alright, so you're not.
Turns around, steps back,
Lamau got
and
him.
goes, I win.
First one to the tree.
I said, you see that tree over there?
I'm dashing at 80 feet per second.
Damn.
Per 6 seconds, sorry.
For 6 seconds. So 80 feet.
It's like Usain
It's
Bolt.
what, 30 meters? 30 meters in 6 seconds? That's really slow.
Yeah, when I think about it, there's really bad movement speed in D&D.
But that's meant to be combat movement speed.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is outside of combat, but
Just doubles.
like combat speed wise, I'm running at 80 feet per 6 seconds.
Yeah, Matthias, ignoring the fact that he won, we're going to actually do the race and Matthias is just going to run and he's way behind.
So I mean, like, I guess you guys would notice that he's running pretty quickly, but you know Oscar's pretty fit anyway, and because there's sort of no one running next to him to really compare the speed to, like, I guess no one would really know that he's
just
somehow enhanced himself.
It's because he's running against Matthias, and I reckon characteristically I'd be the slowest and worst athlete to compare.
out of the four of you,
It'd be like just a normal bloke running in the Olympics as a comparison. Everyone else is running 9 seconds, he's running like 15.
So yeah, I guess you'd run to the tree and back.
Yep. I look back at Ender and I say, see, told you.
It literally doesn't prove anything.
A decent 12 seconds later, Matthias comes.
You're good, Matthias?
Got him.
You did a good run. Like, honestly, that's the fastest I've ever seen you run in a while.
Okay, what did it prove? Do I have magic?
No, I was going to prove that I have magic if you beat Ender.
Why did you make me race you?
Because Ender's like, oh, I don't want to run. There's nothing to prove.
It's just, it doesn't prove anything. A running competition isn't like anything to do with the M word. It's literally a physical movement. You know this.
It's a physical enhancement movement.
What?
Forget it. I'll sit back down.
With that, you see Ava return, and she has about four other elves in tow. A couple of them are holding plates, the others are holding a couple of pitchers.
What do they look like?
Pitchers, not pictures.
Pictures of us.
They got the still shot of Matthias exhausted while that was just like,
That was weird.
Screenshots.
Yeah.
The wood elves holding the multitude of plates don't say anything. They give you the typical sort of glances and the side eyes as they sit down. You obviously don't sort of get as much of the animosity.
Sweet.
But
I smile back whenever I make eye contact.
How you doing?
a man blushes.
Main character moment.
There are a couple of cups and sort of stuff that are placed with the pitchers as well. The wood elves quickly dissipate, and Ava sits down in front of you and begins to sort of hand over these large leaves that she's sort of piling on all the food with. There's sort of quite large mushrooms, a few berries, and what looks to be sort of like roasted and seasoned root vegetables.
What does it smell?
It smells pretty good.
Like
The mushrooms have been cooked. They're not like, they're not sautéed, but they've been cooked. The roasted, there's obviously the roasted vegetables. The berries are raw, obviously. But it's all sort of served on a large leaf, almost like a toadstool. Oh, not a toadstool. What's it called?
Lily.
Water lily? Yeah. Almost like that. So she hands over to each of you.
Can I ask, what do you do with these leaves once we finish? Do you just like throw them out, or do you like wash them and give
Are
them
they
to the next
edible?
person? Yeah, can you eat them?
I mean, most things are edible. If
Only
you
one.
try hard.
Only once then. But like once we finish eating, do I just like put it on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oscar starts.
Everything returns back to the nature. The leaves will eventually rot and provide nutrients and resources to the other plants around it.
Is there any of these leaves on the ground already that we can see?
It's just leaf litter.
Yeah, it would be pretty hard to tell. It's not like And again, because there's not a hell of a lot of population that you can see anyway, probably wouldn't notice.
I guess since Ender's a cook and he's being very cautious with everything, can I confirm if either the berries, the mushroom, or that root could be potentially poisonous or that I know of?
Roll a survival check.
They've given us magic mushrooms.
Magic mushroom.
First roll the dice. What is it?
It's like a 3 and +2.
From what you can see, the berries, look familiar. You might have seen these berries in the forest around Trader's Cove. You haven't dealt much with berries, or these particular berries. From what you can see, the roasted vegetables and the mushrooms, they look well prepared, but other than that, you have no idea what they are.
I guess, since I'm not too sure if they're poisonous or anything, I'm just going to take the precaution because, as my mother once told me, rub it onto the skin. If it starts burning within 5 minutes, don't eat it. So I'm going to rub the berry, the mushroom, and the root in separate sections, and then I'll wait 5 minutes before I start eating.
Okay.
I hate to be that guy, but I'm also going to roll the poison check.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. We're the worst rollers when it comes to this.
Oh,
It's a flat 10.
flat 10. Through your experiences of hunting and sort of camping out with your father in your earlier days, you did learn a little bit of the native poisonous flora around Trader's Cove. From what you can remember and what you can tell, these don't look like anything that you've currently experienced as poisonous.
I'm not eating the mushrooms. I'm not eating it. I refuse.
So I hate to be that guy.
I'm gonna roll as well.
Oscar just scoffs the mushroom. He just picks it up home.
We don't have to wait 5 minutes now. Just taking time.
Starts eating the berries.
Okay.
Looking around his surroundings, glancing at the canopy, and just eating away, not saying a word, just eating.
The mushrooms, when you eat them, have a very steaky texture to them, almost like kangaroo meat. It's very chewy, but has a very meaty flavour to them, with an earthiness about it as well that sort of grounds it. The berries are very sweet, but complement the flavours quite nicely, and the root vegetables are nothing you've really tasted before, but I guess if you were to compare it to what we know, it's almost like a mix between like a potato and a carrot, but like roasted.
Like a sweet potato.
Yeah, you might as well say that.
a little bit firmer and a little bit more like carrot tasting.
Oh.
Yeah, but all very delicious, and it's seasoned with some type of herbs that you're not too sure.
If this
It's
was
just salt.
if this was Ava giving the description, I'd be like really struggling to resist the food right now.
Yeah, Matthias is already halfway done. He's like starting on his plate already. He's nibbling at the leaf, going, "Can I eat this?" Like,
The leaf is how you would imagine any leaf to taste. It's a little bit better to the tongue. I mean, you could eat it, but it doesn't taste as nice as what the food was.
so he's got the berries in one hand, just like smash down the oysters. And he's
Oysters?
Oysters, wait, what?
Oyster mushrooms.
Oyster mushrooms.
Oyster mushrooms is what I'm thinking. Smashes down the mushrooms and is only eating the root vegetables because his mum makes him do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like trying the leaf and going, yeah, this is pretty gross. The leaf's pretty. Why the fuck would you eat the leaf?
I was just wondering if it was edible.
Yeah, I asked the same thing too, but then whoever eats it's fucking weird. Has another bite just to make sure. And then just finishes off down in the berries. No, it doesn't question anything. They're giving him food, he trusts them.
Alright.
What's in the ditches?
Sorry?
What's in the pictures?
So in
Fair
one
enough.
of them is just what seems to be spring water. In the other one, it seems to be some type of
Autumn water.
summer water.
Wine.
It seems to be a watered down wine. It's not a strong wine. It's not going to get you drunk by drinking a few
And you
cups.
said that there were cups.
Yes.
Oscar begins pouring some of the watered down wine into 2 cups, and he hands one to Ava.
Ooh, hey baby.
It's always
And then he hands another to Matthias, and then he hands one to Zayo, and then
Matthias
he hands
blushes.
one to Ender.
Matthias blushes. Ava takes the cup and begins sipping on it, but she doesn't touch any of the food.
The fuck do we eat it too quick? My bad, we didn't offer it to them.
Yeah, it's meant to be shared.
It's
I
a
ki-
bladder.
I kind of like put the cup down and Matthias gives it to me and I go, Ava.
Matthias gives it to you.
Oh, sorry, no, Oscar.
He's scared.
So Matthias is like, oh, yeah, no, that's okay.
Not offended.
Yeah, not offended.
Just offended.
I go up to Ava and I go, Ava, so where is Tej currently? Will he be meeting us later at all, or is he got?
Wow. Clean yourself up.
That is actually deserved for
Go
fucking.
clean yourself up.
I am Grace Smith.
There was something in those mushrooms.
What did you put in this drink?
Um,
So yeah, I go, yeah. So
Yeah.
where's Tej? Like, he was talking to the matriarch. So is
Ruin his other
he going to join us later, or what's going on? Because I hope he didn't get into trouble. That's the only thing.
what the business between Tej and Mother they discuss is between them. I'm not too sure where Tej will come in, but Mother will most likely meet us at the testing grounds.
And will you be escorting us over there, or?
I will be escorting you, yes.
Okay.
So the test hasn't started yet. This wasn't a test?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. I was trying so hard to make sure I ate all the food. I really don't like the root vegetables. I only just eat it because my mum makes me do it. Do I have to eat the rest?
What our friend is trying to say is that we appreciate your hospitality, but you just obviously we're just being very cautious. We haven't been we haven't left Traders Cove, our town, since we were born, so we don't know anything about the outside world, who we can trust. So right now, we appreciate your hospitality, but it just feels too overwhelming to be true, if you understand.
Until you prove otherwise, no harm will come to you in this forest.
Wait, prove my innocence? Like, what? What do I have to prove? I told you I'm good.
Until you prove that you're a threat to the inhabitants of this forest.
Oh no, I'm not. Don't worry about that. I'm more of a threat to myself.
I mean, not.
You're an inhabitant!
I mean,
Get out!
The eye roll is very familiar to Matthias.
I mean, not to be rude, but like we've already given you our weapons. Anything that could mean that you any harm, and it is just simply the 4 of us. We're like, to think that we're still considered threatening in this forest is a bit alarming. Is there something that will make it easier, or make it a little bit more?
Yeah.
More convincing that we're not a threat to them? Because if this test is the only thing, then that's just very odd.
What if we refuse?
We tried to refuse it. We can't.
No, but we asked her. What if
Yeah. Like, what if we just go?
You can certainly try.
Oh, buddy, that sounds like a threat to me.
Matthias doesn't see it as a
boy.
threat. He sees it as like
A challenge.
Like,
Can I speak to your manager?
The Karen haircut pops out at Sorry about that, boys.
You should.
My dice are now blessed with chai.
rolls nothing but 20s.
But yeah.
Wait,
He's had
I
it.
said it.
the thing.
When they say the name of the movie in the movie.
Could we potentially at least be given, let's say, hints as to what this test is? After all, we've come so far, and now, if this test, I understand you're preparing it, but what's the point of preparing something if we're not prepared for it? We might as well fail it at that stage. Like, it's like saying, here's an exam straight off the bat, but we haven't prepared for what is to come.
There is nothing that can truly prepare you for what you're about to experience.
I just get excited.
And it is best to do blind.
I got a few rags I can tie up on my eyes.
No, I don't think she.
You want one?
No, I don't think she means literally. I think she means like when we jump into the exam, it's best.
Oh, like figuratively, like you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's I think what she's aiming for.
Ah, yeah.
Well,
Fair enough.
Has 5 minutes passed by now?
You're not the brightest firefly in the swarm, are you?
Yeah, I missed a few social cues.
But yeah, has 5 minutes passed by now? Has anything rash or anything?
Nothing's
Okay.
rashed up.
Well,
I love that you're concerned.
It's like his arm rashes up and my insides are just melting.
melted.
like
Yeah, we don't care about him.
Yeah, just smash.
Just another day for Matthias. But yeah, I guess I'll eat and I'll leave Eva alone. I'll be like, well, hopefully we can get this done as soon as possible so we can proceed with our journey.
I assume you start eating once you see
Yeah.
Ender eating as well?
Yeah, no, thanks. Did I see Ava drink the...
Yes.
Oh, then down the hatch, bro. Like,
Down the hatch, she's not like downing it, but she is sipping away at it.
I'm naked.
That's enough. The entire picture.
Yeah,
You
well,
could have sniffed it on there. Like.
I'll definitely eat as much as I can put in my belly.
Okay.
And that's it.
Anything you'd like to do before you start on your journey?
Leave.
Journey.
We'll leave.
I'd like to leave. Finally.
We're going on a journey. Sorry, I missed that. Something.
So is Tej going to join us for the test? Can he do the test too as like a benchmark, so we know where we're sitting at with the other elves?
There's like a
Is
hierarchy.
there a leaderboard?
Leaderboard, yeah.
I hate Matthias so much.
He's asking the real questions.
Because we're comparing against outsiders, I just want to know where we sit.
We are the outsiders.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so I can compare what we sit with the inside. Is there like a
I'm not too sure if Tej will join us.
will we see him again?
No, she'd already told us that he'll be at the training grounds, or like of the test grounds.
Like, yeah, I'm not seeing
Oh,
him
maybe
again.
Tej is one of our testers.
It's cool. I got an name with
Considering that we've
Me and
been
Matthias.
on the road with him for almost 20 plus days,
I
and
mean, you
he's
trained
been-
me in swordplay.
I mean, the man speaks. So
That wasn't.
I don't really trust
That
anyone
wasn't
that
the best
speaks
set of
to
words.
foreigners.
It's exactly the right set of words. You guys are just immature.
Swordplay is
So glad that's
wild.
That's what my uncle's been saying.
I need it. Like, I'm this
Zoe,
close to
get your
stepping
man
out.
help,
I'm
please.
this close to stepping out. It's just like this man needs to just take a break. But yes, we are
If
done.
I'm rich, you'll get therapy.
Is there anything else we want to do, boys, before we proceed?
Yeah, I'm just gonna patiently wait and look at random shit until we get to the testing grounds.
We've moved a collective like 30 meters, and 20 of that is from Oscar. Just sitting in this one spot this whole episode. Oh, I'm
Alright.
ready.
With that, Ava will pick herself up. A couple of elves will come over to collect up the pitchers and the cups. If there's nothing else, I will begin to lead you onwards, deeper into the forest.
I think we've done enough fucking around.
I was gonna ask about these limited edition cups because I was planning on
Limited
keeping one.
edition.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
it's
bar
a
cups.
souvenir from where we were, so
If you would like to try and keep one,
I won't. But I was just thinking about it. So unless Oscar wants to do it,
Nah, I'm not doing it. I like the elves too much.
It's a really good idea, though. I'm gonna.
Oh, believe me, it's crossed my mind. They're not getting the shirt back.
It's valid. It's valid.
yeah, no, this is a comfortable.
I want
the Lonely Wildhood Tour, 1028.
1020. Oh god.
These are our souvenirs from the store.
We walk out with like the number one.
Number one best ring ever.
Yeah, okay, if that's nothing yet, we are heading to an hour live, so we will go for our quick 5-minute.
Wow, I'm not gonna lie, that is rude.
Get the guy.
We'll go for our quick 5-minute break, so yeah, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. We'll just go have a quick toilet break and get ourselves ready for the next part of the story.
And I'm about to get roasted with spill and chai.
Yeah.
I mean,
And not having your phone on silent.
Oh yeah, that too.
Bro, we came out with the meanest. actually not as fun as I thought.
Hey Frank.
What's up, Frank?
Good to see you again.
That's Frank.
That's live. So can I stab something yet, or are we just, fucking...
Are you talking in-game or out?
It's about to be out of game, but what I'm saying.
Any halftime questions?
Yeah, no. Well, Frank says, how's everyone going?
Great.
We're going great,
Going
man.
good.
It's going alright.
I also remembered
That's
my
fine.
name. It's Matthias Terulius Septimus Yassiel.
How do you forget your own name?
Between weeks, I try and memorize it without reading it. I swap up Septimus and Terulius, and yeah.
Goodbye.
You know?
Frank, for what you've missed so far, we're only an hour in, so we've got another hour as well.
We've done nothing.
You mean
We've had a race.
I mean-
won.
for an hour?
And
I'm
then we
really
ate.
considering changing my alignment against Oscar.
To fucking
It's a chaotic evil at this point.
Bro, I forgot his name. Yeah, well, I mean, I can't show you the
5
picture,
names.
but on D&D Beyond, Daniel's character's name is so long that it's got a ... because it can't fit it all onto the character page.
You know it's a royal name
Well,
when it's
like-
fucking that long.
when he suggested this name when we first started the campaign, I said, you can keep the name as long as you remember it, and
Yeah.
you can say it without having the paperwork in front of
And
you.
I've only forgotten on session 8, so it's not too bad.
Pretty sure on session 1 I gave you still had to read it.
Yeah.
Oh, session
come on.
2 you
Come on,
did
yeah, it's got to give me some benchmark to work with. But, everyone struggles with last names on character creation, so I just gave it 5 last names. So
Yeah.
fuck it.
Because one's not hard enough.
One's not hard
Frank says, to be honest, the hour of nothing done thing is so true, even in the campaign.
Right?
That's it.
Yeah, I think what we did, well, to be fair, about 20 minutes of that hour was character introductions.
Yeah, true.
Okay, because there
Was
wasn't
a fucking biblical entry that was
Ender. I mean, he needed to know I was 149.824 pounds, something like that. So yeah, it was important. It was a part of the dialogue because I was starving. I'm starved.
I was gonna say,
haven't had my meat.
Real question, Alex, was that pre or post shit?
Oh yeah,
I
'cause you're-
did-
that was
was post shit. That was
see-
post shit.
Oh, post shit. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that is an accurate measurement.
Because usually I take a shit before I have a shower. That's how Jurassic works.
That's how it is.
Because you
How
can't.
most people should work. If you don't do that,
Well, I don't keep.
shit in
I'm
the
looking at.
shower.
I'm looking at you, Cameron.
Wait,
I know
what-
how your
what
jalapeno
for something is
fucking
a
shit
standard
goes down.
measurement?
Frank,
I'm
says
tired of pretending it is.
Frank says that they played until 1 a.m. after starting at 12 just to do what could have been done in about 2 hours of story.
Oh, bro, that takes me back to
It
when
takes
we did
us
like
back,
6 to 8 hour
Oh.
sessions every month or something.
Yeah, we used to play probably once every month once we could get together. This is back when Alex was DM.
And I had that fucking table. Oh,
Yeah, we
so
had this good ass table, and yeah, we probably used to play for like 6-7 hours
Right,
straight at a time.
Yeah. Now, didn't we do one that was like 9 hours at one
Oh,
point?
we pushed the limit. That was yeah. We were
Oh,
fucking dead.
There
after
was
that.
I think you were DM for that one actually, Cam. There was one where we went for hours and you were just brain fried.
Yeah.
Call
You-
me here before I kill you. But
Yeah, that was back when when was that?
That was literally.
That was when we were doing the original
yeah, campaign
Yeah.
one for Minds of.
The
The
first
first
time
yeah.
we played Lost Minds, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
oh damn, we were so chaotic that one.
That's some good times.
I think we.
Remember how we died to a false Hydra?
I don't know what you're talking about.
13 hours of playing, yeah. Yeah, we haven't done a 13-hour session. I don't think.
24-hour session. Let's
Hey,
go.
maybe our session 20.
Bro, we could do a 24-hour stream.
It'd just be like 2
no,
hours of us.
no, the
napping.
fuck we can't.
Jack's just like, bro, no.
Halfway through, I'm just like, sorry guys, we're gonna take an
I would not be. I'm not saying no, but if we could, I mean, I would.
20 hours
We-
for session 20?
We could do it. We could do a 24-hour what's it called, subathon. You just try and so a subathon's meant to be a period of time and you just try and get as many subs as
Subs,
possible.
yeah.
So if we're doing a 24-hour stream,
Bro, the amount of Domino's
Yeah.
boxes are gonna be stacked.
it would be. I could actually be really keen to try and give it a go and just see how brain dead we are afterwards.
20 hours of D&D,
Must
just
say-
to add 4 hours of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, we'd actually have to play another game. 20 hours is ridiculous.
Yeah,
No, but-
you need like that filter between, like when you go perfume shopping, you have that coffee smell to like filter out the smell. You'd have to have a different game just to get your filter back in.
Why is that your analogy?
Well, it's the only thing I could think of.
It makes sense.
Something to consider.
I could be really keen for it. It would be a challenge, and it could be real fun.
The fucking Uber Eats bill at the end.
Are we one-shotting or these characters?
I'd probably kill your characters if I was DMing for 24 hours
Yeah,
straight.
so one-shotting. Yeah, sounds
Alright,
good.
fuck you, Matthias. You've asked stupid questions for the last time.
Here's a red dragon.
Just start swinging on the DM.
The
You
DM,
physically start fighting me.
the DM switches every 2 hours.
That could be interesting.
Damn,
So like it's going like all good, and all of a sudden like fucking goes straight downhill. It's
Nah,
like,
I've
what
got
the fuck?
100% character kill
percentage.
I can't.
No, Belle got away.
Yeah, Belle got
90%
away.
character.
I'm pretty sure somebody else got away as well.
I did.
Yeah,
Christopher
'cause you-
Robbins.
Yeah, Christopher Robbins.
No, your second character got away.
Poji died with me, bro.
Yeah.
But you was dead.
Poji came back eventually.
No, Poji was eaten.
Anyway,
Anyway, we got.
He was transported to that Black Forest realm, and then it came in the first campaign.
we'll get back to the story. So, again, thank you for joining us, Frank, and thank you for joining us, PJ, if you're still here. We'll get back into it. So,
Shit rolls.
that's a lot of shit.
The
rolls.
worst I've ever seen.
I think everything was under 10
It
there.
was, everything was under 5. It was 2, 3, 4.
Alright, so as you begin walking to the forest, you're sort of walking away from the main sort of living area of the elves. As you start walking deeper and deeper into the forest, you can notice that there's a lot of sort of unnatural paths that sort of branch off, which you aren't walking on. These paths appear to be well trodden, even though from your experience there's not a whole lot of foot traffic here. The way that you are walking, the way that Ava is leading you into the forest, almost looks like the hardest possible way to walk through this forest. And all the easy paths seem to be leading off to the left and to the right, which you feel quite cheated by. You feel like you're being purposely led through the more difficult paths. It's not actually difficult, it just looks more difficult. It looks like there's more bushes in your way, you're sort of walking around large tree bases, that sort of stuff, and you could just be walking in a nice line. You see the odd kangaroo here and there, you see an odd wombat, birds, cockatoos, kookaburras, that sort of stuff flying around. You see...
Just saying the cockatoo just flying past me.
Shit, fuck! Frank, if you want to share something, just send it through and we'll try and read it when we can.
I mean, I'll open up Twitch on my screen, so if I do pop it up, I'll probably let you know.
You see the odd pixie and the odd fairy here and there sort of flitter around.
Can I try and chase the pixie like from the ones I saw before? Well,
Did you succeed?
I'm going to try and
No, you
chase the
didn't.
pixie. I'm going to ask you if I can.
Yeah. They're usually too far out of reach. If you want to try and follow them, you can.
Yeah, right. I'll bite.
Okay.
Depending, if it flies away like and tries to hide, I'm going to give up. Kind of
Okay.
like object permanence.
Yeah.
If I can't see, I'm not interested.
Are you going to follow it off the trail?
A little bit off the trail. Enough to be a nuisance, really. That's my character's whole story. But I'm going to run off, I'm going to chase this pixie. I'm like, hey, hold on. Do you talk? Does everything talk here? I'm trying to get an answer from someone. Or anything really, it's trying to answer me.
Ava shoots a very annoyed glance back at you.
Yeah, it's all normal to me. It's standard from my dad and my mum.
Sorry, how much do you weigh?
I lean 85 kilos, I think.
Cool.
You said 75.
75?
Well, that's what I'm
Feeling
thinking.
I smashed down berries and mushrooms, man.
So, I'm gonna pick you up by your, shirt. Not the collar, I don't
My
wanna,
apron.
show you.
My apron.
Sure, your apron straps. I'm gonna pick you up from that and literally just move you back in front of me.
Yeah, right, that's cool.
Shit,
Like, I just wanted to chase this pixie.
Fuck the pixies, man. It's down the damn path.
Well, I'm just like, you know, they might be like little magical properties. I wouldn't mind figuring out what the fuck they're
They
about.
probably have magical properties. They earn the money to buy them, bro. I don't know why you want to take their magical properties.
I don't want to take it. I just want to just talk to a pixie. Have you ever spoken to a pixie?
They are too small for you to speak to.
I mean, I could try. You won't fucking let me try.
Zion,
Where are you going?
Zion, what are you doing?
We're just going. What do you mean, what am I doing?
What, like, why off the trail? We have to.
Why am I off the trail?
No,
Oh, this...
why are you
Hey, but
guys off the
real
trail?
quick, do pixies talk?
Some do.
Are they like animals, or are they like a species where like kind of like elves and humans and tieflings and everything like that? Or are they like an animal like the spiders and the birds and shit like that?
They're an intelligent species.
And you're chasing.
Well, I guess everything is intelligent, but I mean, like, are they part of the society? They function, you know, they help out with the forest. But then again, everything helps out with the forest. What I'm trying to say is, are they like people like us? Are they commoners in D&D Talent?
No, they're not commoners. They live by their own smaller societies.
Yeah, okay, like little pixie houses? That's pretty cool. Matthias is going to get back online, just picture like dozens of pixie houses.
But yeah, Frank's been mentioning his character that's still in the works after a month and a half, is it? Yeah.
Get it finished, send it through, and it'll be an NPC.
Oh, yo.
Actually, yeah, if you want to send through any ideas on NPCs or anything like that, that'd be pretty cool.
Character description for an NPC.
Hey, if it's
We'll
good enough,
love
it might be a big bad, but hey, don't give him ideas.
You just did.
Well done. So the podcast is over.
But yeah, no, making a quick main character and then having a backup character that takes you like a couple of months to do.
Yes.
That is a move.
This
right
was my
there.
backup character for campaign 1. So that's
I had
it's a lot of work for
Yeah.
I had 98 entries on D&D Beyond at one point. I've culled it back to 8, but I had 98.
That's crazy.
Yes, send through something and just send through like the basic information. I'll try to work it into the story somewhere.
Do it.
Anyway, so as you get back onto the trail and you start moving towards, again, you're probably walking for like a couple of hours. The sky is getting darker and darker and darker to the point that it's almost dusk. You're probably like what's the time?
It was 4.
5:47.
It's probably, yeah, it's getting close to dusk now. It's probably around like the 6:30-ish mark. As you are walking, as it's getting darker, you start noticing tiny, like, bioluminescent plants, insects, that sort of stuff, sort of climbing around on the trunks of trees. Which the trunks of the trees are getting larger and larger and larger the deeper you walk into the forest. If there's anything you'd like to discuss now before we get into...
What is the point of having bioluminescent animals when it just draws attention to yourself? Like, how do insects continue their species while they're fucking glowing for the other predator birds and shit to eat?
Maybe they're poisonous.
He does have a point.
There you go.
Animals display weird colours to show that they're quote unquote poison.
Yeah. Well, that was Matthias asking.
Yeah. Sure it was.
But I guess like we're all kind of like not shocked, but like amazed by this environment around us because we've never seen anything like it. So we're just kind of in awe. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think Matthias is more in awe of how much grass there is because he grew up on a fucking beach all his life and minimal grass. That's probably his most like, holy shit, there's like a fucking lot of it.
Bro never went out of town.
Just live on the sand.
Yep.
Bro literally took out a kangaroo in the woods.
There's a lot of grass here.
Yeah.
I don't know, have you been into like actual...
I mean, we have. We went.
Brother,
No, like I
in
mean,
real life,
yeah, you...
I live on the scenic
I know.
rim.
Yeah, I know, but like, there's not like really a whole lot of grass in bushland.
No.
Like in like wooded bushland. A lot of it's like tree
Yeah,
litter.
kind of like the fallen canopy and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you go to a jungle rainforest...
If you go to like, you know, a bit of an open plains area, obviously there's grass. So.
If you go to a
Really
magical
not that
forest, that's like, it's next level.
Yeah, and the shit glows.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We get so distracted.
But yeah, definitely Frank, send it to our Twitter or anywhere social media.
We got a Twitter or Instagram if you want to send it through there. Anyway, so as you make your way through the bush again, as it gets darker and darker and darker, it sort of comes out to a bit of a clearing with a large central tree in the middle. And this tree looks like it's been carved from root to canopy in beautiful, intricate shapes and spirals, different artworks, which you again see almost like bioluminescent vines climbing up this tree as well. At the base of the tree, the roots have sort of spread out, and it sort of almost creates a natural room underneath between the soil and the tree itself, and the roots are thick and they go deep into the ground. As you approach, Ava motions for you to put your packs down outside.
Put them down.
Tyson hand raises.
We'll work around it, Frank. We'll work around it. Don't you worry.
Whenever he's asked to put his shit down, he's always going to ask for his tool belt to remain on. Hey, can I keep my tool belt again?
Yes.
Okay, cool, thanks. I didn't want to have to explain myself again, like you were there when we saw Mother. Yeah.
Probably just leave any weapons behind.
Well, considering my belt is pretty much holstering, my cooking utensil, I'm going to slowly start taking them out, put it in the back. Anything that looks sharp, I guess.
Nah, my pack's down, the sword's down on, and that's not gonna happen. Just not gonna happen. Who's mad?
Wow, everyone's got concern for me.
Bro, who's mad, bro?
Man brings a sword.
So Oscar puts his pack down, puts the Raider's saber against the pack, and then removes the curved dagger that he's had strapped to his back this entire time and puts it down.
It's like duct tapes you back.
Yeah, it's the one that was like underneath his shirt, which he put on after he got dressed, so he puts it back. It's the one that he got from the Shipwright Brothers, one of those curved daggers. That's where he's been keeping it. He had that on him when they went and met the matriarch.
Right, okay.
Wow.
He's had that on him this entire time, maybe because he forgot.
Yeah, as he takes it off, he realizes he's like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's when he's taking off his pack, and like just the way he does it, because he's kind of like side-eyeing Ava, checking out, being a perv. And as he does, he goes, oh. And he undoes the little strap for the dagger and he puts it down and quickly glances around to see if anyone noticed that he didn't take that off the first time.
Does it have a sheath?
Yeah.
Oh, good, because imagine that, you just move your pack and you
Just clench
a
it.
third butthole, like, grab it. or a second butthole.
You don't know.
Ooh, that's all.
You don't know me.
Fantasy. Yeah.
Please go back.
Bring on the test.
No one seems to have noticed, right?
Yeah.
Not that you can notice.
Okay.
Not that he can know.
Just a sheath.
With a quiet sigh of relief, Oscar's then gonna motion towards the hollow, glance at Ava and go, so, I take it we going now?
Yes, if we're all ready.
Already. I fucking ace this test.
She notices the sword on your back, but she doesn't say anything. You do get a bit of a
Actually,
stink look.
It's actually on my hip.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a swordsman.
It's your emotional therapy sword.
Yeah,
Emotional support.
this is my therapy dog.
Sile, are you sure you don't want to take that off? Like,
yeah, pretty sure, man.
We you know.
Oh, that's alright, man. This doesn't leave.
I can't stop him because. Like,
No, you can.
Because he's a strong boy.
simply because he has a weapon, I don't. If I had a weapon, I would have been able to take it.
I can beat you with my legs, man.
Out of respect. I wanna roll an insight check on Sidor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you keep the sword on you out of fear or intimidation?
Fear. That's
Fear?
No, not fear. No. That was like
Like,
a
are you nervous? Are
fear.
you scared?
Roll
Inside.
a d20.
Inside, not do it. What did you get?
Oh, that is
No what?
It's definitely an A. That dude.
That's an 11.
Whoa.
So, is it out of fear?
Okay. How much do I have to reveal?
With 11, you probably don't actually have to reveal a whole lot. It's probably hard to read.
So it's not out of fear, and it's not out of. It's not out of fear.
Security.
I've grown up with him. Would I get it, man?
Grown up with it. We know each other.
You can definitely tell that he's not scared. He's not like
Yeah.
frightened.
But is it anxious?
Alright, so it's not out of fear. It's I guess sort of anxious, but not in like a scared, anxious way. It's just
Justin.
Are you sort of walking around with like your hand on the palm?
yeah, like like if I had a gun, it's like hand on the holster. It's more
At the
like
ready.
I'm cautious of these people. These people are like closed off, and like that's ridiculous to me. We coming from such a tight knit community, this is very, very new to me.
Okay.
I too have a curved dagger in my ass, so I'm walking so straight that it's just
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm gonna touch you on the shoulder.
Oh.
I'm gonna say, Zoe, I think it's probably in all of our best interest that maybe don't bring the sword in. And I'm gonna cast heroism to imbue him with bravery.
Oh, hang on, it wasn't scared.
And, no. And what I say is, look, worst case scenario, I'm reasonably confident you wouldn't need a sword to take out any threat.
And as he says that, I go, hey, Zio, can I just see if the sword is even sharp enough?
Whoa, oh damn!
I'm just,
Like,
like, if it's
just
if it's blunt, then maybe you can take it in. Like, you don't know. Can I have a look at it?
No. Yeah, this is.
Can I have it? So you don't mind me just having a look at it?
Ah, sure, you can have a look. And I just like like 3 inches out of its sheath. I hold it.
Does it have a point?
Does it have a point?
Draw it less, mate.
I mean, you can
We
just
did something.
give it to me. Where am I going to go in this forest? Where
Well, I
you think
don't want you to
run
pull
away?
out a sword. Then it's an act of war.
No, I'm not going to pull out a sword. I just want to look at the sword quickly.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I want to see the actual with sheath and the sword in particular.
You know, I am so confident. I give him the sword.
As I do that, like as he does it, aim up. I swing it over to Ava. I'm like, yeah, Ava.
You give it to the elf. What does the elf?
Would you like to try and intercept?
No, but whatever she does is
Okay.
gonna change this course. I'm so gonna give
So
it up as well.
she grabs a sword with one hand.
Do apologize for our friend. It's just he's in fear.
I'm gonna reach out.
He's
I saw
very
that
concerned.
coming.
I'm gonna reach out, palm open. Oh, I saw it coming. Don't get me wrong. Palm open.
She rests it on the ground and puts it against your pack.
You know, it's their rules. We can't argue.
Yeah, dude. Oh, whatever.
You're
You
also
You
you're
could-
immune to being frightened at the moment.
And you could have been
Am I?
attacked.
Hello?
if There was.
Look,
Yeah,
I'll
heroes.
cast you.
Oh, the heroes.
all you have to do is just like ask nicely.
Yep.
Like I just asked about having my tool belt on, and they keep it. You know?
Yeah, that's a tool belt though. Either way, I go straight for
You also
first in, first serve.
have 3 temporary hit points.
I have to be a good
I was
role.
gonna kill him.
No.
I have to be a good role model for these fuckers.
And you
Then I'll go
gain 3 temporary hit points at the start of
So
each
where's
of your
the
turns
orb?
for the next minute.
So like, do they add on?
Is there an orb?
So if I like get attacked, then it's
Like,
It's like, you know, the teachers at the start of the class, and there's that one annoying kid. She's like trying to like organize everyone. She's like, "Is there an orb? Is there an orb? Is there an
Wait, you
orb?"
gotta check the homework.
Is there like desks and chairs?
No,
Okay.
Okay.
Is
yes.
there any seating?
there's nothing.
I sit on the floor.
You're not done yet. So as Ava walks in and leads you all into this sort of natural room, at the very back of where the dirt is, there are steps and a ramp sort of leading downwards, which she then begins to descend.
Speaking out loud, Oscar goes, you know, seeing stairs within a tree, I would have thought they would have gone up and begins to descend after.
I mean, they live in burrows, like underneath, so
Yeah,
it
it's
makes
such
a
a
bit of
big
sense.
tree. He starts looking for any sort of like stairway up or any ladders or passages.
Not that you can see.
Is there like some kind of natural lighting in this thing, or like?
Oh, it's
complete,
dark.
It's complete dark.
I have dark vision up
Yeah.
to 60
So-
feet.
so you say
Yes,
dark.
I know you've got dark vision.
Wait, so it's
For the people that don't have dark vision, as soon as you start descending, you very quickly can't see.
Wait, dark vision.
I'm not too far from Ava, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like just touch just pull on the like yeah. I'm just gonna hold on to that.
I'm holding on to Silas Furco.
Just whisper.
Okay.
I can't.
Just my
his
name.
back.
Goddamn.
Go!
Dar.
Pull out. Yeah, okay, so as you descend down, Ava doesn't seem to shrug you off at all.
It was like instinctive. He didn't even think he just touched.
But as you leave, as you go down further and further and further, and the light from above completely obscures, you notice that you are sort of spiraling downwards. So
The curve to the left.
for whatever intuition you have, you know that you're sort of keeping in the same relative points, just going round and round.
Silas, are we there yet?
Man, I have no idea.
Do you see the bottom?
I see stairs. That's what I got.
How more do we have to go?
Let me just, I don't fucking know.
It's just very dark and I don't know where each step is.
Man, whoosh, lads. Huzzah, I can't do much.
Guys, just open your eyes. Seriously, just fucking look.
That,
I can't see anything.
man, you blind as hell, man.
Wait, does that mean I have magic because I can see? Chirps out. Is this part of the test?
You can, or in the silence, you can just hear.
Followed by a second.
Oh, God.
As you lead further and further down, you can eventually start to hear the sound of water. It sounds like some type of
Water.
running water.
But you go catch
Bit
it.
of splash.
I was gonna say.
Bit of splash.
Sorry.
Bit of a splashing.
Wine.
And a faint whitish blue glow begins to, you can see sort of around the corner. As you head around the final bend in this stairway, it opens up into a large rocky cavern. At the very far end of the room is a large root from a tree. One would assume the tree that you're underneath, which is almost been stripped away of the outer skin, bark of the root to have a large luminescent bluish glow that's lighting the room. There's also a small sort of stream that runs through the middle of this cavern, which seems to disappear into some other hole into the far side.
So it's quite pretty.
It is very pretty.
Oscar turns back to Ender and says, "Can you imagine if I didn't say anything and you would have missed out on this glorious sight?"
I mean, the stairs was annoying, but this isn't too bad. But that doesn't mean that doesn't matter. Let's just get this over and done with.
In the center of the room, there is a man, a wood elf male, who is very heavily tattooed in very large, blocky tattoos. Nothing of the fine pictures that you usually see on the sailors that pass through Trader's Cove. These are sort of almost like blacked out blocks of skin.
How bulky is he?
He's same sort of athletic build, probably around the 5'10", 5'11" height range.
Oh, my height.
Midget.
Bald.
Also, he's used.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, hang on, you described
no
yourself.
beard, no beard.
So he's used about 3 years ago.
And other than what looked to be sort of wraps around his legs and his waist, he is completely shirtless. And again, big blocky tattoos covering the body. As you enter into the room, to your right, you can see Tej, as well as Olivia, who are sitting sort of like sitting on their heels. They're not sitting on the ground. They're sitting on their heels, and they're very quiet. They do watch you as you enter.
Hi, Tej.
Tej doesn't say anything. He just nods to you.
What's his expression like? Is there any hint of worry? That's what I'm looking
I guess
roll an insight check.
I guess he's rolling inside. I want to look what else is around us because right now.
That's a 5.
To you, he appears calm, and he has a very neutral expression.
I just want to look around the room. Is it just him, Tej, and Olivia? Because I want to be I feel very cautious that we're also being watched by someone else.
So as far as you can tell, it's just those 3 people.
We'll go
And-
yard, then Matthias does the hand thing. I think you try and so well. Has it gotten better?
A little bit.
It's like a reverse dab. It's just,
Yeah.
And this bald man that's in the center, is he surrounded by something? Like
Yes.
what exactly would it be?
So in front of the man who's in the center of the room, he has a table in front of him, a stone carved table, and on this table, if you wanna, what did you say?
no,
Jack was like,
just move
the
on. There's
reverse
13
dab and did some suggestive hand gestures.
1945 shit. My bad, sorry.
It's a good thing we don't video record this.
Yeah.
We have a disclaimer.
Yeah, that counts as an accent, by the way.
An accent.
It's just made up.
Anyway,
Yes, so
in front of this wood elf is a carved stone table. It looks like it's almost like a natural formation. The stream of water seems to pass underneath it. On the table there are many different knickknacks and doohickeys
We were about to say knives.
roads torture.
from the distance that you're at, and it's probably only about 30 feet, and the relatively poor lighting, you would not be able to accurately identify anything. But directly in front of him is what looks to be a crystal ball.
Ah, fuck! I knew it.
However, unlike the bluish hues that you have once seen before,
I thought they were green.
It was blue.
Was that not
was it blue? Green?
Oh, right, the orb last time.
Yeah.
Was it green or blue?
No, it
Great
was.
question. Several
It
years
was
ago.
filled with
It was brown at one point.
Black.
No, I think it turned brown just for someone.
Yeah, it turned brown for me,
Yeah.
but it was
Full of
it
shit.
was black if that was magic.
Mine was like just
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, anyway,
Orbs.
Or they have a different one.
in front of this elf is a crystal ball, and it's sort of like a primarily white with green sort of swirls in it. Yeah, but primarily white.
Okay.
And it looks almost like smoke inside the crystal ball.
So do we approach? I kind of look at Ava like, what, is there like an order you'd like us to go in, or?
God, I hope
Roll
that
initiative.
Whoa.
Oh,
One
like
of
shit.
the minute's probably over, so you're no longer benefiting from heroism.
You're in fear.
Just bring me out, guys.
Ava then goes and sits down. Olivia then stands up and comes over. She says, "One of you at a time, approach the bench."
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Approach for that.
I love the noise.
Tip taps.
I mean, this graph's sound weird.
Is that grass down here?
There's like fine moss on the wall.
It's artificial turfing.
So this moss is
Oh, moss.
It's
So
astroturf.
nice.
Astroturf.
Yeah.
Did you say?
That's lovely.
I'd imagine it.
Okay.
He's pulling up the list.
It's just extremely cold. I don't know why, but it just cannot hold.
I swear to God, if there's like a bunch of cards on that stone fucking carved table, I'm gonna
So-
lose my shit.
Moss.
Ava then gestures you guys to sit on the floor and watch. You may stand or sit.
I'm gonna stand because I want to see what's happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand.
And again, this table's probably from where you guys are. It's only about 10-ish meters, 30 feet. So, as you approach the bench, Olivia stands a little bit off to the side, but she walks up with you. The tattooed man
I'll nod and agreeing to.
He nods in agreement. He checks with Olivia, and Olivia nods as well to continue proceeding. Man says, I am et Eris.
Write that down. Write that down.
It is.
How do you spell it?
No, you should.
It's the usual et, E-H-T,
Yeah.
and then E-R-I-S.
I know what it means.
You see the numbers spiraling around.
The cider.
The cider.
Who stands before me?
Oscar Weaving. Extend my hand.
He looks disgustingly at you.
Oscar Weaving of Trader's Cove.
Why do you stand before us?
There's no way.
I got no fucking clue, bro.
What is your favorite color? What? Is a landscape an American swallow?
No, that's it. I look at Olivia. I look at Mother.
Olivia. Mummy. Mummy, make the appointment for me, please. Mother.
Oh shit.
Olivia says to undergo the test.
What Mother said.
Eris then nods, and he looks down on this table, and if you want to look down as well, you will see, from your left to right, you will see a number of different animal teeth. There are some, what appear to be some canines, some sharp sort of teeth. There are smaller teeth there as well, which may be from rodents. There are the flat sort of teeth from herbivores. There are some beaks, different sizes, some of them quite sharp, some of them very reminiscent of parrot type birds. You then see 12 idols that appear to be carved in the members of the council, as well as 6 other idols of which you are unsure of the origin of. You see 8 small slivers of a white crystal that are relatively 1 inch by a 1/4 inch size. And something that stands out to you, a wedge-tailed eagle feather. Relatively yay big.
That's about right.
Aggressively average.
Too small, if you ask me.
Shut the fuck up.
The dick jokes never get old.
And this is sort of spread out all around the central orb, which seems to be on a pedestal of some type.
I glance at the idol of Thermo.
Mhm.
I also glance at the idol for Zoe. And then Thanatos.
Mhm.
Because that's the element that was born in.
Shackers.
I look at the 6 unfamiliar ones. Are they more detailed?
They're less detailed.
Oh, okay.
They seem very old, and somewhat worn.
Could you describe to me what they look like?
One of them appears to be, so in order, I guess, one of them appears to be almost like a tree root. Another one almost seems to be shaped like water. Another one seems to be shaped like almost cloud-like. There's another one that is reminiscent of a fire. There's also one that seems a bit more brightly painted than the others, where the paint hasn't been worn away. And another one that is almost like a dark purpley colour. There are no real sort of, humanoid shapes to them. They look ancient.
I take a good look at the 6 ancient idols before my attention goes back to the wedge-tailed eagle feather. And then I look back at the tattooed elf.
Eris holds out his hand for yours, but in more like an open palm rather than a handshake.
You just dab him up.
I reach out, but I slowly touch his palm before settling.
As you do that, he grabs your wrist and he pulls it down to the far left-hand side of the table. As he does that, he slowly moves your hand upwards, backwards and forth, going over all the different little knickknacks and wobbles, before suddenly reaching to the wedge-tailed eagle feather. Roll a d20 for me, please, using your arcane.
On my arcana?
Yeah.
You have
Or my spellcasting ability?
Arcana. Like arcana, like the ability. Yeah.
arcane.
Arcane. Arcana. Same thing.
That is a 13.
With a 13, as you pass over the wedge-tailed eagle feather, it slightly moves and sort of shimmers at your presence. And as that happens, Eris moves your hand closer to it, and almost like a magnet, it sort of reaches up and you sort of grasp it instinctively.
It's my Harry Potter moment.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, that's another bit into it.
What's that? And then there's that new anime that comes out. It's like the Harry Potter dude. It's like a Harry Potter spin-off, but
He's buff as fuck.
he's buff as
Oh.
fuck. And he tries to do the up, but he just like stomps the ground.
It came up.
Anyway, as the feather touches your hand, you sort of feel this. It's hard to explain. It's almost like a glow inside you.
I feel warm, fuzzy.
And with that, everything almost becomes brighter around you. To you guys, you don't see anything, but it almost feels like the room's illuminated more.
Where's it going? Super Saiyan.
Your senses feel a little bit heightened. You can suddenly smell the moss on the walls. You
Take
can,
a deep breath.
you can hear the water a little bit more clearly.
Can I smell perfume?
You smell earthy tones.
Excellent. Cool.
And you can begin to see the glow that now appears around Eris himself. The same aura almost that you've seen from Olivia earlier. With that, Eris sort of grabs your hand and like almost forces you to clench it around the feather a little bit more. He says, "Think clear and think true," as he hands you the orb.
Okay. How do I hold? So he's got me clenching, and then so I just like.
No, sorry, he's let go of your hand now, so
Okay.
you can sort of use both.
Okay.
While you're still holding the feather.
Okay, so
Okay. As you touch the orb, it's very different to how you had done the test in Trader's Cove, and you feel almost drawn to the center of this. You start staring into it to the point where you almost feel like something's looking back out at you.
oh,
You
I'm gonna take a deep breath. And I'm gonna have my fingers touch. I'm gonna cast heroism on myself.
I mean, I guess I can.
You can just hear, don't cry, don't cry.
Gotta be brave for the boys.
Would you like to cast heroism on yourself?
Yes. I'm not being frightened for the next minute.
So as you do that,
As long as I don't break concentration.
as soon as you reach the familiar ways of channeling that you're now almost used to, it almost feels like something. I don't want to say it.
Something awakens inside.
Something snaps. Something. It almost like a switch being flipped on. Almost like electricity is flowing through your body. As soon as you open yourself up to channel this arcane power, your hands suddenly seize, almost against your will, onto the board itself. The colours almost strip away and reveal this beautiful, glimmery, pearly white as it sort of shines back at you. The green receding. With that, you can almost see a reflection of yourself in the ball as you see the aura now surround you. You hear a few gasps in the back as Tej and Olivia both, Olivia to your side, Ava and Tej in the back, sort of a quick inhale of breath, but not really giving anything away. After a moment, the seizing subsides, the green swirls back into the ball, and Eris takes it back off you. He motions you away.
I look at the feather. I say, do I hold on to this?
It is yours to keep and safeguard.
Sick. Thank you. I give a nod to Mother, and then I glance over to the boys. I just break out into a big grin. Like the biggest grin of "I told you so."
Your heart is thumping.
But I am feeling confident.
The entire season just goes.
And I fucking strut back to the boys. I am walking with confidence. Like, yeah, that's right. I do have something. And I sit back down.
Nah. It ain't all that.
That ain't all.
I don't think it ain't all that.
Olivia motions to everyone else, says, next.
Bang. Step forward.
I literally do that to Zion.
I'm
I'm just
gonna
like,
put the feather behind my ear.
I go,
I'm just sit there and watch.
I literally like whisper to Zion, just
throw my shoulders back. Walk up. Straight up, I'm stoic, man. I'm like, I'm inflicting fear in like children, bro. Whoa.
Whoa.
back it up.
In the children of the forest, like the people.
Mr. Skywalker.
That one.
That's
Yeah.
why I wanted to sort of.
I see where you got.
Oh, that's why he wanted to keep the sword. Yeah. I just said your joke, but louder.
That's a really funny one.
Good joke.
But yeah,
okay.
yeah, I walk up.
As you walk up,
What's up?
Should be dead.
I am Eris, who stands before me.
Zior Starman Agrotis.
Why do you stand here?
Because I was asked.
It's a valid fucking response.
Fair.
Yeah, sure.
He holds out his hand, and you had seen
Yeah.
this sort of process.
Yeah, I was gonna damn it.
He holds out his hand.
I'm like, I got my left hand. No, my right hand.
Your right hand?
My right hand.
Yes.
I got my right hand.
As he does so, he grabs your wrist and pulls it down. Again, you're looking at all the different knickknacks. As he is doing it, your hand, roll a d20 actually.
You roll mine. Just roll mine.
Oh, yeah, I get it,
You'll do well. You'll do well with it, I guarantee you.
With the
Just flat? Or,
Arcane.
oh man, this is an 11.
That's better than a 10.
Yeah, well, that's only because I got the 1.
So as your hands are rifling through, the thermo idol
I knew you would, eh?
begins to shimmer. And as you move your hand down to clasp it, it's sort of almost like a negative magnet. It pushes away before Eris forces your hand upon it. As you grab the idol, your vision burns bright red. Everything suddenly falls away from your vision, and you're left standing in a white room. You see a man standing in front of you, elderly man, clothed in furs.
Shit! Gotcha, bitch!
Clothed in furs, wearing very rugged, hardy sort of clothes, a very stern look upon his face.
Yeah. Do I recognize the guy?
No.
Ah,
But something about it seems familiar.
hello?
without saying anything, he moves forward without walking. As if,
He just
That's some nightmare shit.
And despite the figure being shorter than you, you feel as if you're looking upwards.
what?
It's a dream sequence.
Alright, I'm tripping.
He was just very far from the distance. This bigger.
Let me just. I don't know what I'm gonna do, to be honest. I'm gonna try and speak the old tongue with the 10% fluid I have.
10% fluid.
I'm just gonna be like, hello, what's up? Oh, sorry. Oh, dog, yeah.
The figure says to you in a more raspier and deeper voice than what I can do. You're confused, son.
Now I am. This is that.
Together you can find the warmth. And with that, he sort of grabs your shoulder and you feel this burning pain within you. It's almost unbearable as it sort of warms your soul. None of you can see it, but you can see an aura now in case surround
I
Zyphor.
start smiling massive.
Um,
That is my cousin.
You were touched by thermo. Pretty sure.
Fuck yeah,
with that, as
consensual.
your vision fades to black as the room now surrounds you, and you're already holding the crystal ball, which is now a bright red, almost like flamed color. It's almost strong enough to sort of drown out the bluish glow of the rest of the room.
Damn. Oscar feels a little disheartened. His glow didn't get that big.
And you can feel this warmth inside you as you almost feel like you've just had some type of spiritual or religious connection. You're not too sure exactly what's happened, but you can feel pathways start to open up. As you can almost feel like you can harness this energy.
Oh, dude, yes. Wait, are we level 3 yet? Sorry, am I level 3 yet?
Not yet.
Ah. Can I just for the sake of storytelling, can I just divine smite the air for whatever reason?
Sure.
I mean,
do you have to explain what
It
happened?
has to be an attack, doesn't it? Anyway,
Who's attacking the air?
Yeah, it's-
And for the story.
You're touching that molecule, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's specific. So I just want to, I assume I'm holding the Domo idol
Yep.
thing. Yeah, cool. And then I just look around at the people and be like, what the fuck? And then turn around, start walking towards the boys, feel the warmth inside me, and just, with my hand, make a big slash. But in this section is just flame.
Okay.
And then, no, it's not flame.
Radiant.
radiant.
Just this radiant glow that looks like an anime sword strike.
Yeah.
It's just that white golden glow.
Yep.
And then just dissipates. And I'm gonna be like, that was fucking dope. I'm gonna walk up to the boys boys, did y'all see that shit that?
What was that?
No, I didn't.
That was.
We didn't see anything. Did you? You saw nothing, mother, right? Just like,
Alright, next man up. Next.
why
next
are you
man
guys
up.
showing off like that?
Next man up, bro. I'm
What
going
happened? I don't get it. What happened?
But-
everything.
I think that we've passed the test.
Matthias, go up there and just do what you do. Please don't show off or do anything bad.
Don't show off. I'm not that good. I mean, I suppose. Is it my turn?
Whoever's next.
Am I going? It's all me?
all
Alright,
you.
it's all me. Matthias walks over. Hey, how you doing?
He sighs. Exhausted. I am Ed Eris.
Hey, Eris. I'm Matthias, truly accepted Miss Garcia Anjabar. Nice to meet you.
Again, side eye. Why do you stand before me?
Many reasons. I think my family has been taken from this ship, and we were trying to get some help so we could figure out where they went. They went like east and then south. We stumbled across the elves. I helped Tej with his leg, and now he's kind of like, I guess, paying us back. I'm not quite sure. We found this forest. It happened to be this forest. We met the mother. I forgot her name. We just call her mother.
Right next to
I forgot her name, but we just call her mother, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty easy to remember, even though my mum's gone. But we're basically trying to get tested, I think, for magic, so then we can see the water elves. I'm not quite sure. I'm just here for the journey to maybe find my people again so I can go home.
Brother, I got second-hand embarrassment.
you can hear Ava sigh.
What about you? Why are you here?
The elf in front of you listens through all of that with a neutral, calm expression. Can't notice anything towards it. You do hear Ava sigh. And probably Oscar as well.
Oscar's so embarrassed.
Eris then looks towards the table of baubles and knickknacks.
Dingy dings.
Holds out his hand.
Matthias holds out his hand as well, like upside down, just mimics him.
He moves forward, grabs your wrist, turns it over, and begins to. And again, he's very calm and controlling in all this. It's not uncomfortable. You quite like the feel of touch of him, though.
Bro, no.
Way to out me like that.
Every single company.
And again, as you move over the teeth and the skulls to nothing, you move over all the idols and nothing. You move on to the other side of the table, and as you pass over one of the slivers of the crystal, it begins to shimmer. Roll a D20 for me, please.
Natural 20, natural 20.
Ooh.
15.
Wow. 19.
Is that with your arcane?
Yeah, with my arcane.
19.
19!
So with a 19, as you shimmer across it, before he even starts to move your hand closer to it, the crystal shoots up into your hand and digs into your palm. And it sort of doesn't go deep, but it's enough that it's probably going to draw a little bit of blood once it's removed.
Just reactively, like, push back. Like, hey man, what's the deal? You told us to take our weapons away, it's just so you can hurt me?
With that, he hands you the crystal ball.
Okay, with that, Matthias is going to, like, focus super hard, but how he's going to play it off is like, okay, I'm going to get this right, I'm going to do this properly, I'm going to focus, and the homebrew spell we've been working on
Your arcane mask.
has been masked. So I can mask all my recent arcane and channeling from others. You must roll an intelligence roll better than my intelligence plus proficiency.
Damn.
So like 2.
Yeah,
So
I
he has to roll.
I was like,
He has
yeah,
to roll a
intelligence would
2.
be pretty low.
So, as you hold the crystal ball, with the sort of the crystal now lying flat across your palm, sort of in between the crystal and your hand, you can start to feel it sort of burn. Not hot, like it's not actually hurting, but it's starting to warm up. The crystal itself, again, as you stare into it, begins to glow a sort of golden coppery colour. As the copper and the gold sort of swirl together with streaks of silver in there as well. You continue to stare, and with all your concentration, you're trying to concentrate on not showing anything. But soon your inquisitive nature gets the better of you as you begin to lose yourself in thought. You start to see images of cogs and gears, similar to the ones that you had played around with the clock inside the Mayor's Manor back at Trader's Cove. You start to see schematics of some sort as your imagination seems to run wild. You see your clockwork bird opening up into what appears to be some kind of elongated steel rod. At the center of that steel rod, you can see the sliver of crystal that you just grabbed. As your attention pulls away from the orb and it returns to its white, greeny swirl, you have, without the shadow of a doubt, all of the plans now in your head of how to make your Eldritch cannon.
Yeah, buddy.
Homebrew Eldritch cannon.
Yeah, buddy.
Roll a intelligence saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh, it's my stat. You're gonna disadvantage me?
Yes.
Yeah, right. This one. I'll just. Okay, so that's a 9 on this one. Okay, so this one's the lowest. 13.
13. With a 13, I'll leave it up to you.
That's with disadvantage, yeah, right?
What?
I'll leave it up to you whether or not your arcane mask slipped during this.
I want to say it's not so much a arcane mask, it's more of a hyper focus.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm picturing all these cogs and gears and coming to the revelation of how I can now make shit better with my Eldritch Cannon, that's my hyper focus.
Okay.
It's not magic, it is craftsmanship
Mm-hmm.
kind of skill. So I'm going to say it doesn't slip.
It doesn't slip.
Doesn't slip.
So with that, as you put the crystal ball down, Olivia looks very confused at you. Even Eris, to somewhat extent, looks, the first little bit of emotion, looks confused at you, and tells you to return.
Sweet. I'm just going to sit down here. Yeah, have a good day.
Oh, you kept the thermal idol as well.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's been right.
Yeah.
Do I
You
keep
keep this,
these? Can I keep more, or do I just get one?
Just the one.
Oh, okay.
One per person.
Alright, no, that's fair. That's
If
fair.
everyone's done their rounds with some left over, you can have set.
Oh, cool.
Just start taking the beads, the claws. It's like, I got one.
Matthias is gonna sit back down, open up like a little sketch pad, and just start jotting down whatever he fucking remembers from that.
Okay.
orb.
So
Put it on paper.
his orb didn't do some crazy shit.
Well, I did that with the ready coppery gold.
Did the room glow like everyone else's?
Yes.
And I can see everyone else's glow?
Uh,
Oh, that glow's not
so
current.
you guys wouldn't have seen any glow surrounding Matthias, but Matthias, you can now see the remnants of a glow around both Oscar and Zion.
Dope.
So that's part of your sort of well, as you get more familiar with it, you can tell when someone's just casting magic, and this sort of counts.
Yeah, and I look at the others.
And then the other side of that ability that I've given you is you can tell upon touching someone, you can tell exactly what spell they've cast.
I just sit in the corner, mind my own business. It's like, alright, Ender, you're next, and I'm just got shit to do real quick. Hold on.
I kind of like deep sigh, and I'm just like, okay. I proceed to move forward.
It's fun, bro. I'm telling you.
And as I move forward, I go, I've dug out, and I do my readings.
He nods towards you. He says, I am an Eris, who's standing before me.
Then go, Emala Ed Ak and Addressic.
Why do you stand before me?
Or dog, yeah.
I don't speak Old Tongue. I can only say the sentence in Old Tongue explaining that I cannot speak Old Tongue.
And he's gonna clean it.
I say to finish this test and to rescue my friends.
He nods. Holds out your hand.
I do as it was follows. I'll do with the left. Yep.
So as he grabs your hand, starts moving, almost instantly among the teeth, You already knew that.
Yeah, I already knew where it was going.
I had a feeling.
One of the teeth begins to shimmer. Roll a d20 for me, please, with your arcane.
Oh, arcane. Hang on. I don't have arcane.
It's almost like it's the same as everybody else.
What are you naming
Should have had it
me?
prepared.
I fucking did.
I'm always angry.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay. Natural 20 with +3.
And we are nothing.
Big for 20s. That is
That's
gold.
20
That is our
wow.
first and only roll.
A natural 20.
+3, so 23.
I didn't plan this far ahead.
Suck shit.
Time to ad lib.
Yeah,
I can do it for a
You guys.
description of feelings.
So,
Put it on 20.
Yeah, you put it on 20, so when it rolled, it was going to be 20.
so with the natural 20, you
All the teeth rise.
you create an army. The tooth rises to your hand, not with like the magnetic force, but more like a levitational pull. The tooth rises into your hand, and as it contacts your skin, you can feel the presence of something within the tooth itself. It's hard to explain. You can almost feel like the tooth is alive, despite it being showing signs of age and decay. Again, Eris holds out the ball.
I will grab it with both hands with the tooth.
The longer you hold on to the tooth now, it is almost feeling like you can begin to smell rich earth and with a hint of dung.
That's not like it.
Yeah.
You can smell worms, and you can almost feel them crawling around your skin for an instant. As you look into the crystal ball, the colours slowly but surely turn to darker shades of what they already are. It's now almost like a brown swirling around a black.
Oh god.
As this happens, you can almost see bright flashes of white in it as it sort of subdues into this melancholy of colours. You can now start to feel your necklace burn hot, as it almost feels like, unlike what it felt like before when you had done any type of magic in the past, where it felt like the necklace was doing the work. The necklace now feels like it's drawing the power deep inside yourself, through your arms and then into the crystal ball itself.
I'm tensing a lot with my arms right now, like it's like really grappling onto the orb.
The orb suddenly flashes blue and turns into a dark, swirling mass of black that reminds you of a stormy night, with flashes of white in there. Everything quickly goes dark and the room falls away from you. In front of you in the darkness, you can see a woman, a pale, elven woman with dark hair.
She's back. She's staring at me?
She's staring at you.
Oh, she's staring at me. Hello? Where am I?
With that, much like before, the figure begins to approach you without walking.
I take like 2 steps back, but after she gets a little bit closer, my feet just freeze.
She looks up at you inquisitively. She's a little bit shorter than you, probably 2 or 3 inches.
That's a lot.
Average.
She's small.
She raises her hand to sort of brush the hair out of your eyes.
Thank you. Can I help you?
Says, the power you long for is now yours to achieve.
What power? What is happening?
With that, her thumb begins to sink into your forehead as you can sort of feel your brain begin to explode with different pathways. You can now feel this energy surround you, and to all of you now, you can now see this. Unlike the energies around you guys where it's a bit brighter, you can see this dark energy surrounding Ender, almost like rain clouds on a stormy night. As your attention pulls away, you then instinctively cast Find Familiar.
You motherfucker.
As your attention pulls away, the bone seems to explode from your hand as, would you like to describe to everyone what they're seeing?
What you see in front of you is an average size northern hairy-nosed wombat. It has bit of a darkish greyish fur, and I can't really describe further than a wombat. Like, it's just grey.
Is there anything unique about it?
Unique-wise? He does.
Smoke a cigar.
I'm just like, I didn't actually think that far ahead when you think of like a familiar. I just thought like, wombat grey. I guess if we're gonna make him a bit unique, I guess I'm gonna have lightning bolt. I'm gonna say there's some sort of old tongue, like a rune on him.
Okay.
So like something saying it could potentially be.
Is it sort of branded, or is it more like ingrown into itself?
Kind of ingrown into it. So it's like, obviously with the tooth, it could possibly be maybe its name, what it is in Old Tongue, but as of now, I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to say that's the only interesting thing about this wombat.
Not the fact that it just appeared out of
I mean, that is, it literally exploded.
Pocket wombat.
Like, that's how it is.
Is that
Pocket wombat.
Yeah, so pocket wombat.
Pocket wombat.
Yeah.
Wombat.
2 for 2 of the jokes now.
I know,
Fuck
right?
me.
All I do is recycle what I hear. Success.
So just so you're aware, I do have the Find Familiar,
Yes.
but I also have the Seed one as well. So
Currently.
now,
Oh.
but once I hit level that.
Yeah.
So pretty much that is my familiar. He has to be fairly small, so he's a standard wombat, but the other one will be the combat wombat.
So,
Combat wombat.
is it going to be the same wombat that increases in size, or is it going to
No,
be a different wombat?
Technically, it's a different style.
different.
No, okay, I get it, but you know, this is a fantasy.
They can both exist at the same time.
He could be like, eat a mushroom, like,
Yeah. But yeah, that's the only thing unique about him, and he's just in front of me, and I'm just kind of, at first, like, I'm just kind of shocked that this has happened. I've kind of like been blown back, and I'm on pretty much my ass, like, looking at it, and I guess it's just staring at me, and I'm just staring back at him, and
With that, he motions you to step away.
I nudge Zyle and I go, did that wombat just come out of thin air?
yeah, I didn't get a wombat. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Was that a fucking dog?
You don't know what a dog is!
being a dingo.
And with that, you'll all level up to level 3.
Right here.
Yeah,
Get the ducks.
It's in the books. The official boys.
When I printed this, it has every single paladin level 1 spell. First level paladin spell, and I was like, I can use all of these? So that brings me to a question. Can I unprepare and prepare different spells?
Yes, yeah, because you're a paladin.
That brings me
Read the rest.
brings
The
my
only one who
every-
can't do that is sorcerers.
No, I can't either.
I can't.
Oh,
In D&D 1 or 1 D&D, they're doing prep for bards. But
Nah, we're
in
not doing
addition,
that
I have
shit.
to learn.
yeah, we're doing 5th edition.
So you said I instinctively use Find Familiar. Do I remove a pact? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So that takes a short or a long rest to.
I think it will tell you in your spellcasting.
Oh man, it'll be.
You'll
I
have to-
really
you'll
just
have
want to
to
bring
read
the combat wombat out now.
It'll be.
As Ender returns back to the group and before we end the session, you do notice what appears to be a black tattooed flame on your forehead.
Why are you guys staring at me like that?
Sick tat, bruh.
What?
It's an interesting mark.
Well, it's not. I say tattoo. It looks like a tattoo, but it doesn't really. It almost moves underneath the skin.
Sick.
You got a little smudge.
What? Do I feel anything when I touch
Nah.
it?
It doesn't even feel like like normal tattoos. It doesn't even feel raised.
Yeah, my tattoos do.
Guys, there's nothing.
I'm the only one. I'm the only cool kid around here.
Motherfucker!
Your clip art.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Clip art.
You got a chicken.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm just like rubbing on my guys.
Oh,
there's nothing
yes.
on my forehead. Like,
Yes.
what?
Just taking my kid off on stream.
With that,
Team Mystic.
You dare fucking
Hey,
end it
man.
there, boy.
we will end today's.
Fuck!
Fucking
Yeah.